surprise there. Crazy have been first phasing this Tiny in most of their games. Moon Meander can play that, and so can Brow. And then on the side of Quincy Crew, that Clockwork, I think it should be a position 5 for SVG. No, wait, they can both play it, but it really depends on the carry that they pick. If they pick like a Troll Warlord, some range carry, then it could be like a Clock position 5. If not, MSS will just take it to the offlane. We see Quincy Crew utilizing its laning stage very effectively. You got some nice ways to teamfight with it too, with the Rocket providing vision, the long range initiations, even catches, so good. And this DP pick right here, this is very, very, how do you call it, intuitive. It's quite strong against Tiny and Doom because one, it's super tanky, and two, if the Death Prophet already uses her ultimate, Doom is not going to be able to Doom her. And the Doom can also not enter the team fight into the Death Prophet because the exorcism is just going to kill you. Doom is one of those heroes who has very, very low armor. So kind of a clutch pick out here from Quincy Crew. And we haven't actually seen them play this DP that much, but in this series they actually busted it out. I think they were planning how they were going to counter this Doombringer.
Yeah, I mean, this Death Prophet just definitely seems like a great answer to the Doom, to be honest. And I actually don't like that they start with Tiny Doom, because sometimes you can run the Doom as a 4, but Tiny has almost always been the 4 position for what we've seen so far. I mean, I guess you can swap the two of them around, but Death Prophet's going to have a great time at mid versus either of those two heroes. So, yeah, I do feel like Crazy have drafted themselves a bit of an awkward opening. We'll see how this draft develops throughout, regardless.
Yeah, the Apparition could be a very good ban this game on the side of Quincy Crew. Maybe even a Shadow Demon. I think Shadow Demon is less important, but they might have to ban the A, because if you don't, then the DP is going to struggle a little bit in the fights.
Yeah, it gives you
the
be able
to heal up.
Anti-Spirit Siphon spell.
Right, and Tiny's really good too with Apparition. You get so much more burst potential. It's like all of a sudden, instead of having more than 900 HP to survive, you're going to need to have like more than 1300 HP or something to be able to survive a combo with Tiny and an Apparition ultimate.
Yeah, it's global as well, so always going to be there for you. Always there. So, ban out is going to be the Queen of Pain and the Lycan for Quincy Crew. Meanwhile, on the side of Crazy, they're going to get rid of the Bat Rider and the Mars, and now the Wraith King as well. Makes a lot of sense. You don't really like playing Wraith King as a Doom. You don't like to be playing into Wraith King because it's just another target which doesn't care about Doom in the slightest. And then you've got a core and a mid laner who just don't really care about Doom. Would be kind of sad. Definitely seems like Crazy are committing pretty hard to this kind of burst lineup. I'm wondering if they want to put this Doom mid again. Just feeling their success from earlier and thinking like, hey, you know what? Maybe this is like something we can pull off pretty regularly.
Could be. Same reason why Eternal Envy, or when people play against BA, they always ban Doom first phase, right? Because E always likes to play that hero in the mid lane. Yeah. And he gets super farmed on it.
Yeah, it's pretty scary. The objective taking which Quincy Crew has, I mean, I do love this objective taking from the Death Prophet and then the gank potential from the Clockwork. Like, these two heroes, and you've already got like a really strong start to the draft. Like, both of these heroes kind of cover each other's weaknesses, and the Death Prophet lacks catch. Clockwork makes up for that, but the Clockwork lacks, initiating tower push, and the Death Prophet makes up for that. It's very nice synergy.
Venomancer banned out. Okay. Interesting. They have expected maybe Kazu to be playing that?
Yeah, I guess so. Perhaps they're looking to pick up like an Ursa or a Sven or some kind of melee core which doesn't want to be kited.
Yeah. I kind of like the Venomancer reducing healing ability. Now that it's gone, it doesn't feel like it's the same anymore.
Yeah, the hero is a husk of what it used to be, that's for sure.
So no Apparition ban. That's still in the pool. So position 5 for AUI, it is available. Not sure if he's actually thinking about it, but it's a solid counter to Death Prophet. Shadow Demon also another solid counter to Death Prophet, because even if she has Yules, you can just purge the Yules, or purge her that she can't Yules, and you can just focus her down. But Shadow Demon provides you, I don't know, Apparition just seems a bit better in that sense. Now Quincy Crew can get the counterplay and get like an Oracle, I would say. You can mitigate a lot of the damage that is dealt. Also a Grave for the DP, which wouldn't be so bad.
Yeah, I don't think we've seen enough Oracle actually. The hero's been buffed recently. It feels really good to play that hero, but yeah, we're not really seeing people pick it up. I guess I don't know why. I mean, he's good in lane. He offers a good save. I guess he's vulnerable to the high ganking heroes which have been picked up recently.
For sure. Like, he's not that good against heroes like Spectre, Terrorblade, these kind of dudes. Spectre can just haunt, go on him. Same thing why Wyvern has such a low win rate as well. People have been picking more jump that can spot them and find them and just get rid of these annoying heroes that want to chill in the back.
This AA pick is just seeing more and more value now that this Phoenix comes out as well.
Oh yeah.
Highest healing hero in Dota right now.
If they can somehow wait one more pick on the A, right? You can make sure that this Phoenix can't be the position 3.
Team pick.
Let's see.
They're gonna go with the
grab
Lich.
Okay. Oh man, right. I feel like that's an opportunity.
That's a stronger
missed,
laner.
But they'll grab the Icy Boy.
I mean, of course AUI needs to play a hero that he feels comfortable with, right? Maybe he's not playing any apparition or he's not thinking much about it, and he feels like Lich is quite good here to build up a better lane or stronger lane. And depending on what their carry is, Lich plus that carry can make some really cool stuff happen. For example, Juggernaut, right? If you take Juggernaut here, who's quite good against, okay, maybe you don't want Jug against Ursa.
No, probably not. And I feel like it's a bit of a block pick as well. I really feel like crazy. We're like, yeah, Lich Ursa, take down the egg, let's go. But no, Quincy Crew with a deny pick.
Exactly, solid deny pick there from Quincy Crew. That was a very fast pick too. I mean, they were already thinking about it because of the Doom and the Tiny, right? They wanted something who can deal with these strength heroes if they do come to the offlane melee guys. So Ursa, quite good for that. And they get the last pick. Hold on. They can still last pick a mid hero because they're going to put the DP and the clock offlane. Or they can still last pick a support by putting the Phoenix in the offlane, DP middle. So there's a lot of flexibility available for Quincy Crew in this draft. So they're going to see the last 2 heroes and they're going to counter pick again. Dude, second pick is actually obnoxious.
It's so good. It's so good.
It's so good. It's so freaking good.
Like, because you get the 4th pick with second pick, that means you can not only respond to the 2 heroes which the enemy team have picked, but then also defend your own pick with 3 bans. And then, yeah, you get last pick overall. It's bonkers. This is this is a part where you have to kind of get the gotcha pick in for crazy, which is kind of stupid because you've still got 2 more heroes to go.
Yeah. But what? Okay.
The Snake
Lady. I don't know how
arrives.
I feel about that hero. I don't know how I feel about that hero, sir.
The way I feel about this hero is that it's a stone gaze on legs. Well, the stone gaze on a snake, I guess. I think the idea here is that you can pop stone gaze when Death Prophet pops ulti and when Ursa pops ulti and when Phoenix pops ulti or whatever. Well, not when Ursa pops ulti, but when Ursa enters the fight. And it's really hard to bring down this Medusa and kind of protect the egg when you've got stone gaze coming on because you can't look at the Medusa. And I think it is going to make things a little bit awkward, but then every other aspect of the hero kind of doesn't feel that great this game. Like, she doesn't have enough attack speed to solo take the egg, and you've got no one to attack the egg with the Medusa just yet. They do have one more pick, so maybe they pick up a Mirana or something for crazy here just to fill in that gap. But I'm definitely not in love with the Medusa pick. I do think the Stone Gaze is a great spell this game. I don't think it's enough to warrant picking Medusa though.
Yeah, this is very, very weird. It's not that clutch pick that I thought we would be getting here. And I think Phoenix and Clock are both amazing against Medusa. So is Death Prophet.
Yeah, it's kind of scary.
Like, if DP pops Exo and Medusa mans up on that, that is not okay for Medusa. The silence is going to be annoying, so you need Manta style. Then Clockwork early game can always hunt you down with cogs, and you can't get out. Like, Medusa's attack animation is terrible.
He also drains mana with his cogs as well, which is super annoying for Medusa.
Yeah, you can push her in towards your team and break off the opponent, which is one of the most awkward things for Medusas. I really don't understand the Medusa here, unless they can suddenly pick a hero that can also protect the jungle, like another fighter here on the side of Crazy, and Medusa just gets extremely farmed.
I mean, no one's been picking
awkward.
Medusa since the nerf to Snake. Like, it doesn't feel like you can run the hero mid anymore either. So I don't know if this is a mid juicer or a safe lane juicer, but either one doesn't feel amazing. I mean, I can kind of understand it a bit more if it was off lane, if it was safe lane. Sorry, but
10 seconds.
I don't know, Chief. I do not know. Crazy final pick coming up for them.
5 seconds remaining.
They need maybe an offlaner here, right? They're gonna put the Doom middle, Medusa carry, I believe, or bench. Is that the offlane bench here, or the offlane or mid tiny bench support with the Doom offlane, Medusa carry? Dude, there's so many things they can do. They can put the Medusa middle or carry. They can put the Doom carry or support or offlane. They can put the tiny middle or support. The bench can be mid offlane support.
But I don't see a bad lane for the Death Prophet in any of this. Like, I really do feel like Quincy can just shove this DP mid, even though they picked it really early on with the idea they can put it off lane. They might just be like, oh, you know what? It's a good DP game, whatever we do here, so let's shove a mid and grab ourselves like a really good offlaner here, just to really kind of lay the crunch onto Crazy.
Well, it's hard to pick something to counter the lineup of Crazy because, you know, it's the same thing. You don't know where the hell they're going in their lanes. I do like the bench pick, though, from Crazy, because the bench Medusa is legit. You get a bunch of agility and attack range, minus armor, which is nice, and Quincy going with the Bounty Hunter. What position is that? Is it position 3? I believe it's position 3 bounty.
Yeah, it's offlane. No, it's mid.
No,
Quinn
mid.
picks it up. Wow.
Oh, yes. Okay, I've heard about this bounty hunter being played in the mid lane. We finally get to see it.
All right. So, what kind of build are we looking at here?
Dude, bounty versus Doom. He's gonna jack his gold. That's what he's gonna do.
You devour, I just steal your gold. I now have devour. What a meme.
Yep. I think he's gonna go like some kind of a Deso build. Phase boots, drums, Desolator. Then hopefully get a BKB and just try to fight with your team as much as you can. So you get gold. Now, picking up a bounty hunter like this is as like position 2 means that this Ursa better have a damn good game, because Quincy crew, if they fall behind and they can't fight and get track gold because they're behind and they can't fight, it's terrible. They're not going to be able to keep up with this Medusa whatsoever, right? I feel like Quincy crew are good if they're ahead and they're snowballing, but if they fall behind, it's not going to look good anymore for them. And I think Crazy are just going to control Roshan, take Aegis, buy a Rapier, and just try to end the game or something.
Yeah, I can see it. I think that's the kind of win condition almost in this game, to be honest, because I don't really see how easily it is for them to take these fights regardless if they don't have that. So, yeah, I mean, I think Brown needs to have an amazing game on this Doom. I think he needs to make tons of space for HFN. HFN needs to farm like crazy, and they somehow need to not feed on the 4 heroes they have going around together whilst the Medusa hits those timings. I mean, it's possible, but the thing is, it's just going to be so kill-centric on the side of Quincy crew. They just want to get gold. They want to kill people. They want to get track kills. They've got Ursa and Bounty as their 2 biggest cores. Like, it's going to be a bloodbath if Quincy crew have it their way. You have to... Oh, man, they don't have any saves. Like, they don't have any... I really do feel like they've kind of walked into this trap of Quincy crew here, and this Bounty Hunter mid is just going to wreck face. But I'd love to be wrong. I'd love for it to be a close game. It's possible that it could be. We'll see what happens. I mean, the thing I worry about is that all their save... Actually, I guess they do have a lot of save on the side of Crazy. They've got both the Frost Shield and the Swap.
They do. I don't think Crazy are bad as you imagine they are in this draft. I think they're fine, especially with the Bounty pick. I think Bounty pick could be easily a liability in this game, because he doesn't have comeback mechanics apart from, you know, getting the gold or whatever. But these teams are so disciplined for the most part that they're not gonna give an opportunity if they fall or if they get ahead of a bounty lineup, right? That's why I say in this game there's a lot lying on Yawar to not have a bad game.
Yeah, a lot lying on Yawar to have a bad game, because if he has a bad game, then you don't actually have that much of a kill condition.
Exactly. You don't have a whole lot of damage to work with here. And let's not forget, Crazy have a tiny in this draft. So there are going to be situations where the DP is going to pop her Exo, and Tiny might just blink and toss them back into the team, and Quincy crew are gonna have to start a fight they might not want to engage into, and that could create a lot of opportunities for Crazy to, win clashes essentially.
Yeah, and they also don't have that much to protect the egg with as well, you know. They've got cogs, but it's not really that great. You know, there's no AoE disable or anything like that, or anything to stop people just murdering the egg when it goes off. So that could be an option. Even though they don't have any good egg hitters on the side of Crazy, they might just be able to come in and just do it anyway, because there's nothing to stop them. It's a very, very concerning factor for Crazy, but I mean, I do prefer Quincy Crew's draft. I think it's a bit wacky and wild, but that's what I like in a draft. You know, do things a bit differently. I'm always a big advocate for doing things differently in Dota, because if you're doing things new, then the enemies are going to find it harder to play into you, and as long as you're smart enough to play your ideas out correctly, then it's going to be very tricky for the enemies to figure it out, rather than just letting them play against stuff they're used to playing into all the time, and therefore have an easier time because they know what they're doing.
For sure, the element of surprise is a very big factor. But in this game, the bounty, it could be a stretch. You know what? It really comes down to Brile here in this bounty matchup. If he understands what Quinn wants to do on this bounty, because if he just allows him to mug him all day long with that Janata, then I think Quincy will get everything they want. At least Quinn will.
So, what do you think about the new split shot on Medusa then? Because they've changed that. It's been changed so it can no longer be toggled, right? It's just fixed now. Or is it? Wait, it can be toggled or it can't be toggled?
No, they made it into a toggle ability.
Yes, yeah, that's right. Made it to what it used to be, so it's now toggleable.
Yeah.
Extra arrow count is now at 4, and the damage is increased to 80%. So. It's much better than it used to be, right?
Yes, it is better.
And the second arrow
does
has
more
a
damage,
huge
especially on level 1, and they also get an extra target.
Yes, that's a huge buff actually. So plus 5% damage, and then with the extra target, that's like what, an extra, like 33%, 38% better than it used to be, Poggers.
But your first arrow also does less damage though. Before, like, your first arrow.
Oh yeah, true.
So your right click arrow. So now if you have it early game and you turn it on in the lane, it's really bad because you're hitting for like 50% of your right click damage.
Right, yeah, but you can just not be an
idiot. But it allows you
to.
Yeah, so it'll be it's better for you when you go into jungle though.
Sounds pretty good. Get to the jungle nice and early, get some creeps. HFN going to be farming up an absolute storm this game, so we'll see if how Quincy crew adjust to that and whether they feel the pressure from this farming Medusa.
They have a lot of regen on this Phoenix and DP. They expect to trade like mad. They both have 3 sets of regen each, and 2 Fairy Fires on the DP, 1 Fairy Fire on the Phoenix. Check out the Medusa and the Lich. They only got like 3 sets in total between both of them. There's a healing salve coming up.
Yeah, they are definitely holding regen, both of these teams, to be honest, with salves and taggers and whatnot. Alright, so Quincy getting actually pretty low in the top lane to SVG just with his level 1 battery assault, and he even comes in for a little bit more. You got to be careful about that. Off to a great start in this top lane Quincy crew as SVG just chasing heroes down. He loves this clockwork, doesn't he?
He does. It's also good support if you have a strong carry. It can provide a lot of kill potential, but also zone out these pesky position 4s who want to either pull waves or annoy you when you're trying to pull creeps, and Clockwork can trade better than all of them.
Look at SVG just zoning 1 versus 2 right now. He's having an absolute dream up in this top lane, just allowing Yawar to do whatever he wants in this lane. He's going to be off to a great start. Meanwhile, over at mid, we got Ryle versus Quinn. This is a very interesting matchup. The Bounty Hunter into the Doom, 2 heroes not conventionally known as mid laners. We'll see how they both manage to do.
He's going to go for a Vanguard on Bounty Hunter.
Interesting. First,
that is very interesting.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to queue that before boots or anything else. We'll see if he does commit to that or not. I mean, to be honest, he's not like a super necessary boots hero, but I think you do run the risk of getting run down by Doom if you don't have the boots. I don't know, we'll see.
There's a lot of mugging going on in the mid lane.
There is, rather, isn't there?
Look at that. Dude, he's stealing 20 gold every hit. Every 9 seconds, he's stealing 20 gold. This is so annoying.
Quinn is.
I mean, they have the same net worth because of the Devour, right?
Yeah.
He's getting 100 gold. So Devour is giving him 100 gold, and then all that gold is going back to Quinn. So the gold lead is like even or something. What the heck? They're like sharing.
Oh, sharing is caring in the middle lane. Quinn's like, give me your money. Bro's like, all right, I'll make some more money. It's pretty funny in this mid lane. Economically interesting. Cogs up in the top lane. Moon Meander could be in some trouble. Isolated from KZ right now as SVG continues to run him around. You are going to spawn. They're slow as well. Moon trying to run himself away. They've got the Orb of Venom, but they can't find the right click, and Moon will run. Those boots coming in very, very handy.
How's the bottom
MSS is in trouble.
Like Dusa's fine.
Oh, he's trying to run him down here. He's got the Frost Blast in 1 second, but in comes Lilith from the side and stops Aoi in his tracks. And even going to sap away a little bit of that HP.
Yeah, it doesn't look like DP is going to be able to apply any pressure down in this lane to the Medusa until the Clockwork rotates down here. Wait, Moon again top? Is he in trouble? He's got a magic stick. Oh, it's just going to get tossed out.
Yeah. I mean, these brown boots are making Moon Meander a bit of a menace in this lane. SVG's only got the Windlace, so he can't actually keep up with his Tiny, but obviously when he gets in range of the battery side, it's okay, but with the toss now, Moon Meander actually feels pretty safe and is able to just kind of trade with the Clockwork and annoy him as well, so things become a little bit more even up here, but you are still feeling pretty great about things. He's now 19-7 compared to KZ, who's down 11-2. He's getting jumped on right now.
We just pulled away for SVG.
You were what? You are? No, he doesn't have the slow.
Nah, he's not gonna commit to that. He's got a mango too. Someone lose all his HP chasing that.
Yeah, Old Earthshock maybe gets a kill, but New Earthshock definitely not. Well, it's an interesting lane up here at top. Meanwhile, at mid, it's an even more interesting lane as they're kind of even on CS, but with Quinn constantly sapping away at the guy's damage now. Level 3 Janada stealing 28 gold every single time he uses that spell, and on a 4.2 second cooldown. Oh man, he's got an arcane rune. What a nightmare. An absolute nightmare for the Doom. Yeah, Quinn's richer. Quinn's got the higher net worth right now in the middle
lane. He's got that Ring of Help. She's gonna have Vanguard.
Oh, down up in the top lane. They will finally kill off Moon Meander. They managed to catch him inside the battery assault. With the slows from UR, they will bring him down. But yeah, I mean, this Vanguard first is hilarious, and I don't know. I think it's a good idea. I mean, what does the Doom do if like Quinn's this tanky? It just allows him to sit on top of him with Janada and not care about the creeps attacking him.
Oh god,
this is such a
look at the gold difference. They have like almost the same last hits, but look at the gold difference.
Yeah.
Bounty Hunter is pulling way ahead now.
I mean, Bra's about to take this entire creep wave. Meanwhile, up in the top lane, the return kill comes in as KZ drops UR.
At last, they just come back to the top lane. They got their skills back, all the resources on the Tiny, so they can actually apply some pressure to the air. So he didn't have any healing salves. SVG's flask was coming, but Yawar got a little bit too impatient.
Tis a shame. But now 1-for-1 up in the top
Quinn's got a
lane,
Vanguard,
so it's nice and even. And there's that Vanguard found from the Bounty Hunter.
What the heck? 6 minutes already Vanguard.
Denied.
This is so annoying.
I mean, look how little damage. Oh, okay, Moon Meander's coming in, the Doom's out as well. They might be able to bring down Quinn here. Let's see what they can do. He's actually running around the creep.
Just want to get tossed.
Yeah, right, trying to avoid the cards. But yeah, will deny himself? Not gonna happen though. They will get the kill.
Those are pretty weak creeps. They do so little damage and he has a Vanguard, so there's no chance those creeps are gonna kill him.
Yeah, the Vanguard works against him. Man, what century is this where we have a Vanguard rush? That's so crazy. How's HFN doing in the bottom lane? Let's have a little look-see. He's currently sitting at 33-9 compared to the Death Prophets 29-7, so not too bad on the Medusa. Pretty decent laning phase. Meanwhile, up in the top lane though, KheZu is going to go down to SVG and Yawar here, as the top lane is really kind of getting out of control. 35 CS on Yawar with 13 deniers compared to 21 and 4 on the Venge. You know, I'm really not sold on this off-lane Venge thing.
Yeah. I mean, we've seen Brax play it, now we're seeing KheZu play it, but KheZu's taking a different approach. He's going for the Dominator. I think he's going to want to find like an Alpha Wolf creep and then provide a bunch of auras for the Medusa. They're like going all in onto this Medusa, I believe. That's their plan.
4 protect 1.
Uh-huh.
Well, Bryle could be in some trouble here as SPG jumps in. Nice cog separating off the Wild Wind Whipper from them right now, and now Bryle taking some real damage. The Asa gets on top of him as well. KheZu coming over, does have the swap, he's going to save him. Bryle gets away. KheZu, is he going to be okay as well here? In comes Meander with the Avalanche, with the toss. Yawar over to the Ancients, and it looks like KheZu will escape. Nicely done from Crazy there, keeping their heroes alive.
Yeah, that Ice Armor creep was so clutch for Bryle, keeping him alive for such a long time. Looks like Brownie has rotated his way to bottom. Wants to mug the Medusa.
He wants some more gold. 2 double tracks coming out, and a little fear going to keep him under tower, but with that Vanguard, he does not care much about tower hits, that's for sure. Invisibility. He's just hanging out. I mean, what is Quinn hoping to achieve in this bottom lane?
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
I mean, he just wants to apply pressure to the Medusa and play around this bottom area. Maybe get some rotations on here from Crazy side. This will give space for the bounty for the Ursa.
Meanwhile, Moonmeander's being hunted down here. MSS just going in with the Sunray, chopping him down, and they get that kill. Meanwhile, toss over to Clockwork, actually doing a bad Doom right now as the Doom comes down onto the Bounty Hunter. SPG trying to get himself away. Is he going to survive this one? Just about does. Meanwhile, swap back onto the Bounty Hunter. He's still doomed up, and it looks like he is going to fall as the stun comes in from KheZu. The right click, so never the deny comes in from MSS. Nicely done. That Fiery Pigeon going to work. Brow still chasing him here. Is he fast enough to get that right click in? Looks like he nearly did there for a second. Meanwhile, Aoi chased up to the high ground by Lelis here, using that Spirit Siphon on the Crypt Swarm to finish the job. Down goes Aoi. And, well, a weird trade here in the mid lane. Losing that Bounty Hunter, though, probably makes it better for Crazy, although with the double track coming out, I think he got at least 1 track kill there. Either way, it's a pretty big gold advantage for Quincy crew.
That deny was so big, and I can't believe he actually called him a pigeon after he made such an epic play.
Yeah, sorry, man. I didn't mean that, MSS. You're my boy, you know that. Chadwell. Top lane, Yawar being chased down a little bit by KheZu and Moonmeander. Yeah, he's good, he's good. Just pops that ulti, gets himself away.
How's the Ancient stacks looking? They got no stacks yet on the Ancients. RIP. I felt like with this Vengeful Spirit, they were going to just stack up Ancients like crazy. Okay, here comes AUI. He's going to get that first stack out. If they get like a 4-stack, Venge goes there with the Medusa, they can easily farm that. With the
the empty armor, the Dominator, absolutely. Had a good creep. It's kind of what they need to do, isn't it? Like, the Medusa does need to be pretty far ahead this game, and she's not going to do that just by, you know, farming regular creeps. They need to amplify her farm where they can.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Let's see, Quinn just farming behind the tower in the bottom lane whilst Lelis gets to work on the tier 1. She does have the exorcism with the catapult creep coming on through. Doesn't feel like it's necessary. Meanwhile, SVG will take the farm in the middle lane, trying to get us level 6 at a decent timing. And up at top, KheZu and HFN trying to push in this top, so mirroring the movements made by Quincy crew.
Smoke to bottom. They want to defend this tower.
Yawar behind the tower, goes in onto KheZu right now. MSS coming in over as well, uses that Icarus dive, another Sunray as well, trying to target down KheZu here. KheZu could go for the swap here, but doesn't want to. He's actually going to live. Oh no, he isn't. Crimson finishes the job. Meanwhile, they turn over to face HFN. He's being right-clicked down here. Currently has 7 stacks of Fury Swaps. Oh no, Aoi with the Chain Frost, but Yawar, he's got the rage. Can he finish off HFN here? Yes, he can. Down goes HFN. Meanwhile, Lelis will pop the Exorcism, trying to find Aoi here, but Aoi backs himself away, so Lelis just starts taking down this tower. Why not? Let's go to work.
Wow, so Crazy were making a smoke play onto bottom like this to try and get the death profit, but because KheZu and HFN were pushing in top, QC decided to defend top lane, and that naturally made the DP TP there, and then the smoke gank bottom failed miserably for Crazy. So a lot of unfortunate things happening.
Yeah, the Medusa going down,
here.
probably the highlight for Quincy Crew in the past couple of minutes here. Is KheZu going to swap in with the Doom? Doom is available if he wants to bring down SVG easily here, but he's just going to try and run it on foot. Not quite sure what's going to happen as SVG turns around with the hook shot. Ryle is actually in a bit of trouble now, but nice avalanche going to come in from Mumianda, cancelling out the Sun Ray and allowing Ryle to get himself back.
Dude, is it just me or Quinn's game plan was just to mug the Doom in this game? Because after that Vanguard, he's building up like his normal phase boost and such, but I haven't really felt his presence yet.
Not yet, no. I'm not sure what he's up to. I'm sure he's planning
Radiant's
something.
bottom tower is under attack.
Yep. I mean, I thought maybe they were going to commit bottom, you know, bring a bunch of heroes, try to take some towers, but they're playing the game very chill as of right now. Oh, DOTA, not again! HFN,
God, in the same place as well. Look at his mana to shrink, and now that's going to be his health pool. Too much damage coming down onto the Medusa. And this is their win condition. Hero just getting constantly slaughtered up in the top lane. And another track kill
really
as well.
Bad. Yeah. They're like, stack inches. I need to farm here.
Yeah, I need the combat gold. Jesus, I mean, this is now a 3k gold advantage at the 13 minute mark for Quincy Crew. Pretty scary stuff. I mean, it's kind of what their lineup needs to do, but they are definitely playing ahead of their own curve here.
Well, Quinn is ahead of the Doom, so I guess he did succeed in his quest.
It's vendetta against Doom, yeah.
Yeah. What a meta. Doom versus Bounty Hunter mid lane. Who would have thought?
Who would have thought indeed? This is the result of two teams which know each other very well, isn't it? That's the only way this kind of thing comes about.
Exactly. They were already prepared. This DP is getting quite big too. Everybody on QC is huge. Like the laning stage seemed quite tame, but now QC's movements on the map have just been a lot better than Crazy's, and Crazy feels like not so disciplined in this game in comparison to QC. Even though Crazy's a very disciplined team.
Middle tower is
yep.
under attack.
It's unusual, isn't it, that a team with a bounty hunter is actually playing, you know, not too. I think the trap you fall into when you pick bounty hunter a lot of the time is that you stay on the map too long. You try and find kills all the time, and you kind of forget about other aspects of the game. But that's not happening with Quincy Crew here at all. Even though they got the bounty hunter in mid, but they're not really reliant on the track or anything like that, as KheZu shows at mid. They've got a couple of heroes around if they want to go for the swap play, but SVG is waiting with an invis rune just on the sidelines here. And I think he just spotted out Bryos. They know exactly what's going on, and yeah, they're going to just make themselves super scarce. Quinn just literally running away. Doesn't want to get caught out in this middle lane whatsoever.
Yeah, SVG is just getting some nice vision out for his allies. Knows exactly where everybody is. Ursa can farm freely. Oh, he found a Tiny. He's actually going to solo kill him. I don't think he can get out of this.
He's got the hook shot. He's cooking it up. Mumianda trying to dodge it, but that's not going to happen. SVG will ring him down. That's a position 5. Murdering a position 4 completely solo. Meanwhile, HFN forced to use the Stone Gaze up in the top lane. Not at all what they're looking for, but Doom might be able to jump it onto the... Oh, swap back actually cancelling up the Doom a little bit here. A little bit questionable in this place. Another swap coming out. They really don't want to have to use the Doom for this one. And now Quinn's alive. What are you doing? Now KheZu's in some trouble. He's going to get cut down here. And now it's going to go exactly the same way.
Oh my
what was that reluctance on popping the Doom on Brile there? I mean, he didn't want to use it on the bounty.
Dude, I don't know. If he's not going to use it on the bounty, who's he going to use it on, right?
Exactly.
Like, that his team is definitely yelling at him at that point. If I know Moon and AI, they're like, yo, bro, just use your Doom on him, man. Just kill him so we can go back to farming. Yeah, because now the Ursa just went in, stole the stacks of the DOTA, and is doing Roshan.
Wait, stole the stack? Oh my god.
Terrible.
Oh my god. This game is becoming
network,
insurmountable, man. I mean, Quinn even taking the Aegis, because why not? He wants to be that frontliner.
He's going for BKB now.
Going BKB next? This is crazy.
Do you remember that game where we had that support bounty hunter who was behind Desolator? You remember that?
I try not
Right?
to,
And look
Fusion,
at-
but yes, I do.
Dude, look at Quinn, right? He's a core bounty, and he's buying a BKB, like first item, right? Because he needs to be able to go in and do something. Like, if you're a bounty hunter, you can't just buy Desolate, even especially if you're a support. In tough situations, I don't know, man. You gotta get BKB. This is such a core item on this hero.
Yeah.
So if you want to go in and actually utilize your Janata.
Not get squashed, yeah.
Yeah.
Top lane HFN going for the defense again here. SVG's going to straight up murder the guy's courier and now cut him behind him. He's looking for that Manta, which he should now be able to pick up. Now Bryalt sees SVG. Is it going to be a Doom target? No, he's not going to use it. No, I know you was Doom. Jesus. Well, that's
Nah,
gonna be
you're
a
not
clock
going to do the
anyway.
clock, that's for sure.
Radiant's middle tower is under
Definitely not the
attack.
position 5.
No, he's only like he's a you know, only looking for the finest of Doom targets, you know.
Bryle's like, okay, here guys, I'll doom the bounty now. Come on. You guys can trust me. I got this.
Yeah, I got it, guys. Don't worry. Here it comes. Here it comes. Here it comes. Here's the Doom coming down onto
Got
the...
Aegis though.
Never mind. SVG gonna be the target right now, though. He is gonna lose his life, and now the Ursa jumping onto Brawl right now. Swap's gonna save him. Doom's still available as the egg comes down here, chasing them back. Crazy running themselves away as that Janata comes bouncing around with the Shuriken as well. Crazy, though, really hard on the back here.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Does he know he's got Doom?
Nah, he wasn't gonna use it on the Aegis, that's for sure. I think.
True.
So just making sure, like, he was ready to use it if they would get the Aegis first. But I'm telling you, he has a lot of regrets in this game.
Here we go. Lelis is going to get jumped right now. Even though he's got the ultimate spin in it, doesn't really matter. They need the damage to take him on down, and he will fall. Quinn, meanwhile, chasing Brawl. Brawl gets himself back. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, MSS needs to back himself away. KheZu getting blasted into the fray, though, and he is going to lose his life. HFN, meanwhile, trying to take to the front lines here. Has got a stone here, doing a ton of damage, actually. Holy shit, he's taken down 2. A hero and an Aegis, and now they will surround this bounty hunter.
Quinn.
Looking to bring him on down here. Can they get that kill? Beautiful fear from Al with the blast comes out as well. They've got him in vision. They're trying to heal him up on MSS. Sunray coming on out, but Quinn is not savable. He's going to get finished off by the Frost Shield. MSS needs to get himself away now as well, but he doesn't have any tools to do so. All he's got is a Fairy Fire, which he won't even get a chance to use here. Aoi gets the double kill. HFN is in the game, kids.
Dude, that was such a huge fight for Crazy, and now this Dusa is actually starting to do a lot of damage. We saw the power from the Manta, right? In that clash.
Yeah, it
Able
did
to
hella
bring
work.
everybody down. Yeah, they couldn't turn around there too. And Doom also has a Black King bar now. So next time Quincy start a fight, he can just pop the BKB, stand his ground. He's got the ice armor, which is going to help him and the Medusa. Vengeful Spirit has drums, Dami, so she's got a bunch of auras now. Also taking the Hellbear Smasher here. That gives some solid attack speed for his team. I think they would like to have a pack leader's aura though. That would be the best case scenario for Crazy, but I guess they haven't
just
found
buff
one.
up the juicer even further.
Yeah. Juicer has plenty of agility in this game, so Pack Leader's Aura is going to be super nice with the Vengeful Spirit. That illusion is so good for Crazy. Like, they should, even if they kill the bench, they need to make sure they kill the illusion too, because as long as the illusion's alive, the Dusa's still going to get buffed up by all the auras the bench carries.
Yeah, for sure. KheZu's, you know, he's doing a great job on either staying alive or dying. It doesn't matter. He's just doing a good job at it, being a factor in the game. Yeah, I'm going to stop hating on poor old Brawl now as well, since, you know, his team does look like they're turning it around, so whatever they're doing, they got to keep on at it. Quincy Crew, you know, I feel like this team, whilst they're 7k gold ahead, they kind of need to be, right? Like, that's the way their draft works.
They do. It's things will get scarier, I think, for Quincy Crew, because the Medusa is gonna start hitting the Scotty butterfly timing.
SVG getting baited by the Tiny. We've been down this road before, but previously it was a Clockwork that gets the kill, but Moomyanda exacting his revenge with a beautiful toss back into KheZu. And
Doom's ready
happen.
too. They want to get someone here, or they want to try to at least get someone. They could toss in the Doom and Doom like Ursa. That's a possibility. Yeah, Bounty Hunter has a BKB now as well, so he can move in and out of the fights without being sinister gazed or magic missiled.
Yeah, it gives them a lot of freedom, and keep getting off these Janadas and the Fidance as well. It's kind of sad you don't get a readout of how much gold Janada's been giving you throughout the game so far.
Yeah, that would be nice, right? If there's like a counter, so people can actually gauge like how effective this spell actually is.
Yeah, I like how you get dual damage counters. I think that'd be a nice quality of life change, but there we go. SVG looking for Meander here, misses the hook shot, gets thrown into a creep wave again here. Aoi coming in from behind, gets off the fear, but there's a teammates coming in for Quincy Crew right now, and they're looking for some targets right now. Meander getting chased on down here, he's tracked up, they're trying to get the kill, and they will be, oh no, one more hit needed, but the Shuriken will find it. The BKB from Quinn grabbing him that one. Now look for more. They've actually popped the Exorcism for this though. If they don't find any more kills here, it's not going to be super worth it. They have got a middle tower they could push on if they want to, but they seem a little bit hesitant. Quincy Crew, I mean, one track kill's not bad, but I feel like they wanted a little bit more from this.
That was a terrible fight for Quincy Crew.
Oh, okay.
Because, yeah, they got one kill, but EXO has been used and Doom is up. Medusa is just going to go back to farming, about to complete her Scotty. If they want, on Crazy, they can just smoke up as soon as this Tiny's alive. And just go and fight something, because they can just pop the Doom on someone, toss combo, Sinister Gaze somebody else, get at least 2 kills in this next clash. Also, the Aegis, you know, that was out a while ago, so Roshan is not going to be up for a while for Crazy. They don't need to actually commit to this top area of the map. They can just push whatever they want. And that's what's happening. Dusa's going down the mid lane. They're all going to cover her. And Doom is ready to jump. He's got the Blink Dagger now. Things are on the up and up for Crazy here. They just gotta make sure they don't botch this team fight.
Holy moly. HFN's got a Scotty coming out to himself right now.
Yep.
And it's got darn scary. Now they look for Aoi on the front. Okay, Aoi getting a little bit carried away. You know, they're ready to defend the Medusa. They weren't ready to defend the 1000
Tiny guy support.
Run up into the air. Jesus, that's a lot of damage coming out onto him as well. Quincy Crew will be able to get themselves a secondary kill here. Did commit the egg, but still 2 kills, feeling pretty good. And now they're going to hunt for more, or force Crazy back into their own base is the goal here. But
do they still want to fight this?
Dude, they're thinking about this. The madmen.
HFN? Okay. Alright. They don't want to lose the high ground, and they have an odds ward here. That's useful. I was saying, as long as they don't botch a team fight, right? If the Lich goes out forward like that and gets caught out on the right side where the Quincy Crew is, that's a botch team fight. Because they're starting the engagement 4 versus 5, and that's not what they want. Lich is very important in these clashes. His Frost Shield, his Sinister Gaze has been super clutch in this game, and Chain Frost to slow down the Ursa, especially when he has his Enrage on, is just too valuable. Like, you gotta play behind the Dusa. You gotta let her be the one getting jumped, if ever.
Yeah, for sure. Especially not the Lich with Frost Shield. You know, that's one of the key components of the fight, is to make sure that physical resistance is out onto the Medusa. And when it gets taken away, the fights get much more scary. Talking about scary, I mean, HFN's a bit of a monster. You are also getting close as well to that Satanic, so his build's going to be reaching its peak pretty soon. But I don't know, man. This I'm starting to have faith in the Dusa.
Yep.
I mean, the later the game goes, Dusa is going to become a beast, and she's also paired up with Vengeful Spirit, who's building up a lot of auras for her. All they need now on 27 minutes is a telescope, and this Dusa, I think, is going to be the biggest, most obnoxious carry to fight into. Telescope, Vengeful Spirit, Medusa combo.
Yeah, that's a beast right there. We're beastrous. Quincy Crew, you know, I hope they have some good plans to slay the beast. I mean, he is more farmed than the Medusa, to be fair. He's got the Satanic near enough done.
He does. But it's a single target hero, right? And
yeah,
Medusa can hit everybody. Oh, what does this Doom? It's a very aggressive Doom.
Yeah, yeah. I think he dropped on the DP, but then SVG was able to hook shot it immediately and force back the side of Crazy to give them the space they needed. So yeah, the Medusa's going to be absolutely fine.
He got the Shivas off first on the DP, so I mean, it was a good thought to try and go for it, but then it was way too deep, and now Quincy have an opening to take a team fight because Doom is out.
Cheeky little track from Quinn there on the fade time of the Invis rune. Tiny not feeling great about that one.
No. Changed his mind.
really wanted to steal some gold there. You know what it's like as a bounty hunter.
Oh,
Every
God.
time you're just like, I mean,
Oh,
if I hit him
God.
there, it's 36 gold.
It's so little, man. It was worth less than a creep. Don't do it.
Doesn't matter.
There's on the scoreboard you can actually see how much gold bounty hunter stole in the game. I'm really looking
At the
forward
end
to
of the
that.
game, yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't think it's going to be insane. I think it's going to be big, but it's not going to be like...
right.
I reckon by now it's about maybe like
Oh, they got the Aegis.
1.5k.
Yeah, so you see how using that Doom has resulted in Quincy just walking into the Roshan pit uncontested, getting
Yeah.
a free Aegis now.
Hook shot in onto the Tiny, nicely done from SPG as he hooks Meander in on the cogs as well, but Yawar, he's actually getting beaten in by HFN, he needs to get himself away, forced to pop the Enrage to get out of this one. Doesn't want to just fight into HFN and waste his Aegis. Meanwhile, Meander hits his turn to jump, so he goes in deep. The egg so far on the backlines, it's near enough useless here as they jump into the front here. Lelis healing up quite a lot. Braz getting low,
He's
needs to
dead.
back himself away, but HFN, he's just standing his goddamn ground. Lelis is going to drop, but there's nothing to be done about this Medusa. There's just too much damage and too much tankiness coming out from HFN here, and they are ready for round 2 as Yawar comes back from the dead, though forced in towards Aoi here. He's gonna pop that ultimate, gonna pop the overpower as well, starts trying to get the stacks. 13 stacks of Fury Strike on the Medusa. Doesn't matter, it does not. Yawar's gonna die for a second time. Quinn jumps in, steal a little bit more gold, but he will also be falling here, I believe, and that is gonna be a bunch of heroes dead as MSS jumps in cheekily, gets the kill onto Moon Meander, but gives his life as HFN just cleans up shop. My goodness.
That was so nice, dude. Like, crazy to make that call without Doom. Just stand your ground, play around this ward here. That was actually so amazing. This Medusa did so much damage in the fight. Quincy were not able to commit and try to remove her mana or ways to attack. I feel they need like a halberd or something in this game to keep that hero. Yeah, they actually on their way to halberd, both the Phoenix and the Clock. So maybe taking that fight before they had the halberd might have been quite a big mistake. But then I can't really blame them because Crazy didn't have a Doom up. And Quincy were probably thinking there was no way they can fight without the Doom being up right now.
Yeah, they just didn't plan on HFN just being an absolute meat grinder in this fight. He literally just stands there and right-clicks people. Just A-click heroes, hands off the keyboard, watch them go down.
Oh, look at DP2. Also queuing up that halberd now. 3 halberds queued up on the side of Quincy
Christ.
after
After
that
that
lost
fight, I'm not remotely surprised. At the very least, they can force the Medusa into going for a BKB, but she's actually looking for Satanic, so that star resistance will also help out against the halberds quite a lot. Man, I mean, this game is so in crazy score right now. Like, a 6k gold advantage for Quincy crew means absolutely nothing.
Yeah, it's all the auras. That's what it is. They got the bench with the Dominator and the drums. Just creeps following the aura from the Vengeance. I mean, everything is just making this Medusa insanely powerful. It's all being stacked up onto her. Where Quincy don't really have anything stacking up on.
Oh, they got it. They got the telescope.
Oh boy, Tiny.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, they got it.
They got a Tiny as well, but I don't care about that. I care about the telescope on the Venge. Let's go.
Right, exactly. This is what we're talking about.
Oh
and the
my
Venge is the
God.
one who's going to
Pack
hold it.
leaders on the Doom. Oh, Jesus.
Perfect.
I mean,
Look at the Deuce's damage. What's her attack range? 850 attack range.
oh no, Quinn getting doomed up on the front lines here. No chance of survival for the Bounty Hunter, and MSS might be going the same way as well as the Icarus dives in onto this. Tries to get over the Roche Pit. That's not happening. 2 quick kills going the way, and now swap back. Gonna make it kill number 3, and this is the big boy, the big bear, being taken down, being kited out. Tries to pop that ulti, looking for a target. He's not gonna find one though. Popping the Satanic. Okay, maybe he gets Kessie, but just
Nice
swaps HFN. Yeah, good luck.
Oh my goodness. This is insane. They can't do anything on Quincy anymore. Especially if one of their cores get doomed up. Like Quincy have picked this draft where they're spread thin, right? And Crazy, they're buffing just this one hero and making her super powerful. Like we said, 4 protect 1. And now she's going for the rapier. She's feeling herself. She knows she cannot die anymore. But that could be wrong because if there is or triple halberds, I think she can die. Because everybody else will die first and she won't be able to deal any damage in the fights. Okay, she's changed her mind. MKB. Doesn't want to make that mistake again.
How boring. This isn't the NA Dota I know and love. Meanwhile, down in the bottom lane, Ryle getting used up. He's pretty hungry for Lettuce right now. I mean, they don't have their Medusa here, so this might be an interesting fight from Crazy.
Yeah.
Let's see. Lettuce popping that ultimate, trying to chase some heroes down. Still no Medusa. I mean, she does have the TP, but it seems like they're just kind of bailing on this fight. They're going to lose Owie here, but it looks like Kezu and Brawl are able to get themselves up. Brawl even stops the farm a creep camp, because why not?
Alright. Well, they popped the EXO and they're tipping him because of that. But to be honest, Bryle, I have no idea what you were doing going in there. Because your Dusa was showing top, and you don't have Doom. So
these some pretty
AUI
upset supports, aren't they? They're just like, we just got baited into a horrible fight. What was that?
AUI is the sacrificial lamb. You know, F's in chat for our boy.
Yeah, dying for other people's sins. That's life and support right there.
Exactly. Solar Crest complete on bench now. Huge item. Another 80 attack speed. Gonna be added up onto the Dusa. And 8 armor. Jeez, man.
Regeneration.
Keep it coming. Keep pushing all into the Dusa. Everything you have.
You know what they're missing? They're missing Vladimir's. That's another big item.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah, they're missing Vlads. Venge went for the bigger items first.
Use it up.
Yeah, okay, now that's next. This is just an aura bot. Like, I'm telling you, they gotta kill the Venge twice.
And then the illusion,
They gotta kill their illusion too. Yeah, or else it doesn't matter. Even if you kill the Venge
Does the
one
Dagon
time.
kill the illusion?
That's a good question, actually.
I think it does. It's not a clone or anything. Oh, meanwhile, Doom's actually come down onto the Phoenix. All right, fair enough. It's going to be a kill. Nice, smoothly done by Bryle.
You can't hex the Venge illusion and kill it.
Oh, so you probably can't dig on it then.
I'm gonna check that out right
Dire's
now.
middle tower is under attack.
Because that's a pretty big information. Like if you can dig on it or something, or hex it up.
Strong
right?
illusions are not instantly killed by spells. Yes, that includes Dagon, I'm sure.
Okay.
It's all good. Yeah,
Dire's
so
middle
that's not an
tower
option,
has
unfortunately, for
fallen.
Quincy Crew. Well, SVG can just pop those cogs on the high ground. HFN doesn't even walk into them. He just murders them. HFN murdering
Dire's
everything
middle
right now.
tower is under attack.
Jesus. This Medusa's sitting on the high ground. Come at me, boys. Come on. You want a piece of this? I don't think you do. I don't think you can handle me.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
I don't know if you heard me mention this earlier, but she has 850 attack range.
She certainly does.
Dire's middle barracks is fallen.
Quincy Crew, your racks are being destroyed. Do you want to do anything about this? No, not without our Phoenix. We're good. We're good. We'll wait. And even with our Phoenix, maybe not still, but at least there's tier 2s up to make this last a little bit longer. Yeah, coming up in minute 35, and Crazy still looking in a fantastic position here. I mean, why did we think the Medusa was bad again in the draft? Let's just go back to our previous criticisms. What is it we said that we didn't like about the Medusa?
We're talking about Death Prophet and the Phoenix and the ulti. Like it's hard for Medusa to fight into
not a good egg hitter.
Yeah, but she's an okay egg hitter, not the worst, right? Because she can
especially
hit
with
the
all the
egg while
range she's got
multi-shotting.
now. I mean,
Yeah,
she becomes a
but
pretty
that
good one
was-
at this point in the game.
We said everything before they picked the bench, though,
True.
right? So after they picked the bench, I see what their plan was in this draft. Because without this bench, this hero is not the same whatsoever. It's actually a pretty bad hero without the bench, I think, in this game.
This is something which
is
NIP have run a hell of a ton as well.
Right, right.
The Venge plus Medusa combination.
So the Venge is providing this Medusa Solar Crest and her massive amount of attack range and carrying the telescope and giving her swaps if she ever gets initiated on.
Dire's
Also
top
Terror
tower is under attack.
and 13
Dire's
agility.
top tower
I mean, do I need to
is
keep talking about this? Like what Venge does? It's just insane. The combination of these two heroes is like a match made in heaven for these two. And then with the Doom also carrying the pack leader's aura, that's very nice as well.
Yeah. I mean, in all
here
honesty, like
comes the
HFN's
Halberd.
been having a pretty rough tournament so far. You know, so his Morphling games haven't been that hot. He's had some struggle games so far, but oh my god, SVG just gets tossed in by Moon Meander, gets absolutely rinsed. Quinn on the run as well as Bra jumps in, threatening with that Doom. And guess what HFN's gonna do? He's gonna go hit some buildings. He wants to hit some towers.
Roshan is going to be up in like 30 seconds, though. They could be a bit more patient and just secure the next Aegis first.
Yeah, especially with the triple Heaven's Halberd, although admittedly one of their Heaven's Halberds is out of the game for 25 seconds, but still that does mean this siege is going to be very, very slow. Look at this, they're just stacking it with the slow, and then throwing the disarm, and then throwing the second disarm, and the Cess, got to get close for it though. Kind of scary, but does throw it down all the same. Yeah. But even so, I mean, the Medusa's doing a decent amount of work, hitting from the low ground. Fortification now comes. Oh, Jesus Christ.
That hurts. That hurts for Quincy, man. They don't feel good. I mean, you see how the Heaven's Halberd are effective. They probably wish they got it way earlier before they threw away this game after taking that Aegis.
Yeah.
They got control the Medusa.
They underrated the Medusa a little bit. I think they were a bit like, yeah, no, this hero is not doing anything. She hasn't got enough farm. She's only got a Manta, and then she rocks up to that fast fight like, oh god, we should have built our halberds earlier.
Double damage.
Let's see, crazy. They want to get in towards this Roche pit currently. There's going to be a flare to see everything. And tier 4 items also up as well, as they grab a magic lamp on the side of the Radiant. Quincy Crew, meanwhile, they have a double damage on their Ursa. Is that going to be enough to take down the Medusa? Maybe. He's got a pistol as well.
How about the refresher on the Doom?
Uh-oh. That's pretty scary.
How about he
as well.
dooms that Ursa's double damage, even if it lasted that long?
Roshan being taken.
He has a lot of status assist on the Ursa, so that's a thing.
Yeah, they can't do this Roshan without chasing Quincy Crew off first. Like, they've got a lot of snap initiation to get into that pit. And with the flare,
they want to try to get
onto
onto high ground first.
Of course, it's very tricky. Like, Quinn's actually going to come in and steal some gold here. My goodness. Keeping that track onto Medusa, but taking it off again. Medusa going in with the BKB. Doom comes out of the back lines, but actually it's Quinn inside the pit trying to finish off Roshan all by himself, and he's actually going to be able to do it, but the rest of his team, they're not actually in that much trouble here. No one has died except Lelis. Meanwhile, okay, SPG will get taken on down here. Meanwhile, NSS, he grabs a refresher shard. They can actually try and take this fight, but Yawara is dead. That is a problem. They will have to back themselves away in the end. I mean, a refresher shard popped immediately by the Phoenix to get off the egg when he already had it off the core. Anyway, HFN just trying to fight on the high ground here, trying to bring down Quinn. Yeah, he's getting very, very low, of course, has that Aegis as well to work with. Meanwhile, Lelis is back for round 2, trying to keep himself alive with the Spirit Siphon, but unfortunately there's too much damage coming out of HFN right now, and it looks like Quinn's going to go the same way as well. They might have taken the Roshan, they might have taken the Rages, but it still doesn't matter. Even without that Aegis in our pocket, HFN is still an absolute machine.
Yep, and Benj Illusion is still alive too, so all the auras still being provided to the Medusa.
Yep.
He's happy. Yep. That's all they were able to get. That's a really nice decision from HFN to actually ignore the Roche, go out and take the fight outside of the pit, instead of trying to contest the bounty and the Phoenix for the Aegis there. Like, I don't think there's any other carry players who would have made that decision to just give up the Aegis and the refresher. But in the end, they actually won the fight because of it.
I mean, I think the decision was basically because, you know, they know that this team is nothing without Ursa. And if she just turns around and kills the Ursa, they don't care who takes Aegis or refresher or anything like that. Like, without Ursa, there is no Quincy Crew this game.
Yeah, these auras, man, they stack up way too good, man. They can't do anything on the side of Quincy Crew, even though they had the super farmed Ursa. He just doesn't deal as much damage as the heroes on Crazy.
Yeah. He does just feel like such a creep compared to this Medusa.
It also makes a whole lot of sense as to why they picked the Lich this game too. They wanted like all these buffs to be able to put on the carry hero. Even the Dusa, if they jump the Dusa and the Frost Shield goes out onto her, Quincy can't do anything. Earlier in the game
so
too.
Good.
Exactly. There's just so much resistance, so much damage amplification. And now he's got a Satanic, is essentially unkillable. And he's got... Oh, he took the 800 mana instead of the split shot using modifiers. But the moment he hits level 30, oh boy.
It's going to get even harder with that AoE Scotty.
I wonder if he should have got the split shot modifier, because he got a Scotty Satanic.
Yeah, there's. I mean, I think there's only one hero he really
Just wants to
feels
live.
like he needs to slow, and that's like the Ursa, you know.
Yeah. Makes sense. I mean, 800
It would be good against
mana
the DP actually.
is so much tank ability for DOTA because of her special. Mana shield. Doom again onto Quinn. How many times has he got Doom this game?
A lot. Yeah, he's been face tanking that spell. I mean, we can look at the post game and see the amount of damage dealt to him by Doom. And that'll give us a pretty good indicator of the amount of Dooms this man absorbed. I mean, it kind of feels like Quincy Crew have just been playing a lost game for a while now.
Can we agree that
You what?
got the
Let's
enrage
get
off,
the
right?
Doom on top of the Enrage, so it's not going to last very long at the very least. Now you are maybe looking for the turnaround, but a lot of damage being dealt to them all by HFN just over on that high ground, and the egg goes for nothing. And, well, HFN just happy to jump himself back in. The disarm comes out. He's trying to disarm it with a flicker. Just play around this a little bit here. Now they need the second disarm coming out onto HFN right now, but he's just doing a ton of damage on that high ground along with the Stone Gaze, who has to back himself away. Meanwhile, Lilith will not be so lucky. He's going to get finished off again without even getting to use the X's, and Yawar in the trees trying to hide, so yes, he will find him. He has to do something here, trying to find a target, popping that Satanic, popping everything he's got to try and keep himself alive, but the toss just disabling him for long enough for them to bring him down. Quinn trying to make something happen, but there is nothing to be done. This bounty hunter, he's got to call GG because there is nothing more to be done. Quincy Crew just crumble under the might of HFN's Medusa. Hey, you know what? This wasn't an HFN Medusa. This was a crazy Medusa. This was everyone's Medusa. These auras just did so much work. I mean, what was the downfall of Quincy Crew? You know, why didn't their strategy work, Theban?
Well, I don't think Bounty Hunter had any impact in this game, apart from the laning stage and just mugging the Doom all day long. And I think Quincy, if they really wanted to try and take the mid-game fights, they needed to build halberds way earlier. If they got halberd up the DOTA, kill everybody else, then it would have been a great game. But after they took the Roshan, they dove into Crazy. Crazy made an incredible call. Doom was on cooldown, and the opponent have Aegis, but then they stood their ground under their vision, took the fight. The DOTA was uncontrollable, and they just killed everybody. And this Venge pick, like, at first, with the first 4 heroes, the draft was like, man, it's not that good of a DOTA game. But then once they picked that Venge, everything changed in the draft, right? This Venge was able to buy auras, drums, Dominator can bring an aura, Vengeance aura itself. Then you got the Solar Crest buffing up the DOTA. Then you got the pack leaders from the Doom. Then you got the shield from the Lich. They just funneled every resource they have into this Medusa and just made her this incredible, unkillable beast.
Yeah, she was an absolute monster. And, I mean, just looking at the end there, it's actually the Death Prophet that took the most damage from Doom this game. So, but yeah, I mean, he was liberal with those Dooms later on in the game, doing a hell of a lot of work and really smashing down the players on the side of Quincy Crew. Great draft from Crazy, great conceptualization, and great follow through on this plan. They had an absolutely fantastic game here, and just kind of strategy to tactics. You know, it looked great. It was exciting to see them. Quincy Crew, the kings of NA, kind of getting taken down by Crazy right now. Perhaps we still got 2 more games possibly to come, though. 2 more games left for Quincy to prove themselves that they can bring down Crazy. The Special 3 series will continue after this short break.